In this video, we'll be reviewing the completely overhauled shop module for the Empower ecosystem. Right now, we're reviewing a staged version of the storefront. We would be configuring this based off of your organization's brand, fonts, colors, however you want it to integrate with your website. It can be configured for your needs. Currently, this is just a bare bones version of the shop module storefront. Right now, we're not logged in. You can see up at the top right here that there's a login section. There's also the ability to change between English and French, locale. All of the items can be set with descriptions and pricing based on locale as well. There's the ability to search by keyword, and this keyword search searches not just by the title, but also any description that's added by staff or any of the inventory items within your shop. Currently, we're listing out in tile view. You can switch it to list view, where it gives an actual running list here, all with pagination. The ability to search by products that are currently in stock or out of stock or all products. We can sort alphabetically or by price. We determine how many items are shown on the page at any given time, between 6 up to 240, depending on your shop inventory. Down in the right-hand corner, you can see that we've integrated Google's reCAPTCHA here to make sure that all of your transactions are in fact vetted and actual transactions and not a security risk. On the left-hand side, we can see that we can filter by category, and these categories are specifically set up by staff in the back office. Think of these as top-level categories for your products. Products can be assigned to any number of categories, not just one. And then down below here, you can see examples of different tags we've set up. Tags are a different way to be able to assign filtering for your inventory within your shop module. In this example, we've set tags for color as well as size. Within each of those tags, you can see the subtags that were set up. And again, we can assign these to multiple tags for each of these products that are set up. We currently have a couple different example items set. You can see here that with this example called custom seals, the original price is $50, but because we have this product set to be on sale, it's showing us our new sale price of $25, listing out the description, etc. And when I click on this, it gives us the same details, allows us to add it to the cart, and then return to our products to be able to complete more purchases within our shopping cart before we actually complete that purchase. I'm going to take you now over to the store back office so that we can see how these items are set up and all of the different features and functionality that's set up and available to you for your shop. So within the store module, you can see there's a couple different subtabs. We have the categories that we mentioned. Here you're setting up all the different categories that can be assigned to different products. You have unlimited categories. You can set as many as you'd like. Next, we have the tag feature. I mentioned in the example, we had color and size as well. Again, we've got English and French. You determine whether or not they are active within the system, and you can set up as many tags as you'd like. And they're assigned to each inventory item in multiple. You can assign one tag or multiple tags to each of them in order to help your customers find the product that they're looking for from the front office. I'm going to edit this one just so we can see how they're set up. Again, we're looking at the color tag. We've just given it a name, both in French and English, determine whether or not it's active. And then you can see here, there's a second tab called Tag Options. And this is where you're setting all the different options that are available under this one tag called Colors, both in French and English. Next, we have fulfillment companies. You're used to seeing this in the existing shop manager. We've added this again because it's a really useful feature for those products that are available or fulfilled from a different company. It's not just different companies, though. You can also utilize this for internal companies. Maybe you have a couple different offices, maybe a downtown office, maybe an office on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. You can set up fulfillment companies and a company email for that fulfillment company that gets notified each time a certain product is purchased, so that that company or that other office can fulfill that order for that customer. Each time that product is purchased, an email is sent to the organization's email with the description of the product that was purchased, whom it should be sent to, so that they can fulfill that order. We also have added in pickup locations. Not all of your clients are going to want to have their products shipped. Some of them will opt to have it picked up at a location maybe that's within the city, rather than having to spend the extra money to have it shipped to their home. So in this instance, you can set up as many pickup locations as possible. And in this example, we're using an example where there's a west side and a north side store within the organization's city. So that anytime anybody makes a purchase, they determine whether they want it shipped or whether or not they want to pick it up at a location. And if so, which location would they like it picked up at? It's as simple as setting a location name, an address, and whether or not it's active. If it's active, then it's available for the user as long as it's assigned to that inventory item to be picked up at that location. Next is our products tab. You're used to seeing this within your current shop manager. This is a way for you to add in all of the different inventory items within your system, whether it's a digital item, a service, or a physical item that you're purchasing through the shop. All of them can be set up here. Okay, we've got a list of different fields that we can use for searching. Whether it's GL account, SKU number, status, again, all of those categories that we set up in the first tab. We can also search by fulfillment company. So anybody or any fulfillment company that's been assigned for a certain product, you can search here within the products. You can have as many products as you like. And in this instance, you can see all the different examples that we had set up in our front end here. Okay, so all of these different items are set up within this system. It's showing us a thumbnail, the product name, and whatever product description. It's also showing us whether the product status is active. Again, only those that are active will show on the front end cart system. From here, we've got a couple different action icons, one to edit the inventory item, one to add it to the admin checkout. So if we're making a purchase on someone's behalf, maybe they can't log into the members area for whatever reason, then we have this admin cart so that staff users can go through and start adding items to a cart to be able to process the transaction for that user, whether they're on the phone or have sent you an email notification. Staff have the ability to make those admin purchases in the back office themselves. Okay, so I'm going to click one of these edit icons here so we can see what tabs are available to us for each of these inventory items. Okay, so here we got the product info. We can also track inventory as well as add any images that are pertinent for this item itself. So these are collapsible. I'm just going to collapse each one of them. We've got product information and then pricing and shipping info. Okay, so the product information is fairly straightforward. You're setting the name, the status. Again, if it's active, it's showing on the shopping cart. We're setting the category. And again, we set those categories up in the first tab. We set a fulfillment company if one is available. You don't have to have a fulfillment company there. It can be blank. But anytime somebody makes a purchase, this fulfillment company will be notified via email. Next, we're setting a release date. Maybe it's something that's an upcoming item and it's not quite ready for purchase just yet. You can set a future release date here and it won't be available for purchase until that release date has been reached. Next, we're setting the different tag options that are available for this for this item rather. And again, we set those up within the tags option. We saw these color and size options available. So you're setting them and they're a multi-select. So again, you don't have to have just one. You can set it to more than one. You're setting a product description, and this is text. It can also be images or embedded video if you have maybe a better marketing strategy where you're actually showing a video of the product. You can embed the video here for the user to be able to see a real-life version of the product before they make the decision to purchase it. Okay, both in French and English. Next is the pricing and shipping information. We've given lots of options here to be able to control the pricing for your shopping cart. So the price is just the prices as seen by a person that's coming to the store without being logged in. This is the price that we saw for this product. The member price shows the pricing that once a person has logged into the system, this is the price that they will see. They won't see the $50 item, they'll see the $45 item. You have the option to be able to determine whether or not this product is available to members only, or if it's available to the general public. So if it's members only members that are logged in will be able to see the item within the shopping cart. Next, you'll be able to set the sale price. So again, we've got the non-member sale price set at $25, and that's the example we saw earlier where it was $50 marked down to $25. But if I was a member and logged in, I would see the sale member price of $17.50. Okay. This toggle here determines whether or not the product is actually on sale. So right now, because it's checked, I am seeing the sale price. If it was unchecked and I saved, I would only see the price or the member price if I was logged in. Okay, we can set the taxes individually on each product that's set up within the shop, as well as a GL account. Next, we have a receipt message. This message is a short description that can be added to any product or service or digital item that's been purchased. Okay, so this is specific for this item as it's been added to their cart. So this is great in instances where you maybe have a follow-up to say that there's additional things that that user needs to do once they've made the purchase. Maybe it's a digital item and they need to go somewhere else to be able to complete the purchase. You can add any sort of information here you'd like, and it will be added to the receipt message that they receive after they've completed their purchase transaction. Again, both in English and French. Okay, here we have a section for setting the shipping information where you're setting the SKU. This is obviously needs to be a unique code for your organization and for this product. We set the weight of the product, and this is important once we get to the shipping settings in another tab. So you have the ability to set the shipping values based on weight, and you want to make sure that you're setting the weight for each one of these individual products, both in grams or kilograms here. We have a flag to determine whether this is a digital item or a physical item, and this is useful for filtering. Lastly, we're giving the shipping options. So for each product, you can determine whether or not it is available for mail or courier. Obviously, if it's an email purchase, something that's maybe a physical or rather a PDF, PDF that's going to be sent by staff or through the system, you can determine those shipping options here for the specific item. And here you can see those different pickup locations that we set up in the Pickup Locations tab. So in this case, this product is only available for pickup in the West store. It's not available for pickup in the North store because they don't have inventory. Okay, so back up at the top here, I mentioned inventory, so I'm just going to click on that tab here for this product. And this is where we're setting the different product inventory thresholds. So the first one, if it is a physical product, and we do have a set amount available to us, whether it's in a store or within our warehouse, you set the product stock here, and this will be tracked as each purchase is made. If it's an unlimited item, then you can select that here, and then users will be able to choose as many as they'd like. Once the product reaches 0 for product stock, then somebody won't be able to purchase that within the storefront. We can set a purchase limit for each individual transaction for a single transaction here. So if you only want them to be able to purchase 2, you would set the number to 2. If you want them to be able to purchase as many as they'd like, you can set it to 0, and they'd be able to purchase as many of this product as possible. Okay, next there's a notification that's sent to a user down below here. So once we reach a certain threshold for the product stock, then this email address will be sent an automated email letting them know that the stock is low on this certain product. Okay, so here we're setting the threshold. So once the product stock reaches 5, this email will be notified with an email letting them know that that inventory is low. Okay, we also have the flag to be able to reset that notification. Once we've updated the product stock, then you can reset the notification so it's sent again in future. Lastly, on this tab, you can see a great detailed view here of all the different stock history. Anytime that somebody has made a purchase or anytime that product has been updated by staff in the back office, you can see the update source here, whether it's a purchase through the storefront or an admin checkout, or if within the back office somebody has updated the product stock here, we're able to track all of that stock history within this tab for this inventory item. Then lastly is the images tab. Currently, there's just the one product image available. If you had more than one product image that you'd like to show, then we can add as many of these as needed based on your configuration. You could add a thumbnail, 1, 2, or 3 different product images if needed. Or again, like I mentioned, you can add in multiple images within a description, or even an embedded video to show a detailed view of that product. Okay, we're going to move on to the promo codes tab here. And this is a great way to be able to set up promo codes, not just on very specific products, but across the board. So here you can see all the different promo codes we've got. Again, there's a status to determine whether or not it's usable. We can set a date range, whether or not this promo code is used between a specific time frame. Obviously, it will only be used within that time frame. Determine whether or not it's members only, or if it's available to the public as well. Members only promo codes means that you need to be logged in order to use that promo code. Obviously, if it's set to false, anybody can use that promo code. You set the max number of uses for that, whether it's an unlimited use or a limited use promo code. From this table, we can also see how many times that promo code has been used without having to run a report. And then there's 2 different ways to set up the promo codes, whether it's a discount value, meaning that this value will overwrite the value or the pricing for that inventory item, or if it's a discount percentage. In this instance, it's 10% off. In this instance, whatever the value of the product is, it will be overwritten to $30 rather than using a discount price. You can have as many promo codes as you'd like, but I'm just going to edit one of these to show you how it's set up. Obviously, you're using a code. This is the code that you're going to use that the user will be entering as they're making their purchase. Again, we've got a status here. The date ranges, obviously, it'll only be active between a certain date range. If you only have a start date, it will start on that date and be available until the end of time. If you have an end date, then obviously it won't be available after that time. Okay, we're setting a GL account on the promo codes. This is important because this GL promo or this GL account will overwrite the GL code for the original price or the original GL account for that inventory item. Here we can set a flag, whether this is a members only promo code. We can also set the number of uses. In this case, we're using unlimited uses. If I uncheck that, I can set this to a set value so that it can only be used X amount of times. After it's been used, say you set it to 5, after it's been used 5 times, the promo code will no longer be useful. Here you're setting the values, whether it's a discount value, again, overwriting, or whether it's a percent. Okay, you can only have one or the other available. You can't have both set on each promo code. Okay, then lastly, within this section, there's the products. This is where you're selecting which products this promo code is available for. So you can have it available on 1, 2, multiple, or all products within your inventory. Okay, so it's a multi-select box that this promo code will be set up for. Then lastly, it'll show us the use history. Similar to the inventory tracking, it'll show us any time that this code has been used, who it's been updated by, and then whether or not it's unlimited uses. Okay. Lastly, here we've got the settings tab, and this is where we're setting currently just the shipping settings. And this is really robust and been updated since previous versions of the shopping cart. Here you can see we've got a couple different shipping settings, including the mail, courier, and email. It also includes any of the pickup locations that we've set within the pickup locations tab. Okay. So I'm just going to run through each of these. So we've got mail, courier, and email. We can add in any other available shipping options based on your configuration needs. But in this instance, we've just got the 3 plus whichever pickup locations, because you can also add in shipping values, even though they are picking up. You may have an admin fee that's added for pickup locations as well. So here we'll look at the mail shipping option. You're setting a base value of $15, and that's for the entire purchase. So if somebody adds 1 to 10 or however many items to the cart, if they've chosen mail as their shipping option, $15 is the base fee that will be added. If you'd like, you can just leave it at that. It's a $15 flat fee. Otherwise, you can add additional pricing options. Okay, and this is based off of either the item, so the item count within the cart, or the total weight of the cart. Okay, so in this instance, we've got it set to item, and then the additional pricing value is $2. So for each item within the cart, it's going to be a base value of $15 plus an additional $2 for each item within the cart. Okay. If you have it set to weight, as this instance is for courier, it's $45 flat shipping, then an additional $10 per kilogram within the cart. And again, that's total based off of the weight that we set within the product's description. Okay. Next, we have a toggle to determine whether or not this shipping option is eligible for free shipping. If it is, and in this case, all three of these are, there's a shipping threshold. So once the cart's shipping total has reached $100, then shipping becomes free. So it overwrites these items and zeroes it out, still shows it as a shipping line item, but will show it as $0 once the cart reaches $100 pre-tax. Speaking of tax, you can set the shipping to any different value for each shipping option. So this is handy. Typically, it would be the same for each one of them, but you can have it customized or configured for each of these shipping options. And again, you don't need to set shipping for any of them, but it is available. Okay, that's an overview of the completely revamped shopping module within the Empower system. If you have any questions or you'd like to book development within the development calendar, please open a new support ticket or reach out to your account manager for further details. Have a great day.